Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shraddha and I make videos related to Germany. And in this video, I'm going to talk about IELTS listening as well as reading tips and also how you can score better. So if you're interested, keep on watching this video. If you're not that familiar with IELTS and want to understand the structure as well as some tips how I prepared for IELTS, do not forget to check this video which I have linked, and let's get started. And you already know that I'm giving away the book. So I am giving this book for free to your home address to one of the students who will comment in this IELTS series. Next video will be the last video, and who comments in all this series, then I will be selecting one lucky winner whom I will be sending this book for free. This is my gift to you. So if you're interested, keep on watching this video and let me know in the comments how this video helped you, which tip you found most useful, and let's get started. Okay, so let's start with the listening section first. The listening section comprises of an audio where it will be played between 2-3 people and the conversation would be played just for once. Okay, so you have to be very attentive, and the conversation could be in the accent which is in British, Australian, Canadian or American. So it depends, and you need to fill up the blanks. So there are these kind of different questions that you will be getting, and you have to complete these type of questions. And also one little update in the IELTS exam is that it has 4 sections now with 10 questions each. So you may expect these kind of questions as I've already covered, and you will be able to get good score. Now let's talk about some tips to score better in listening section. The first tip that is applicable to all the sections is to read the instructions carefully. So many times we practice so much, we are so much into the flow that we think that we know it all, but sometimes the questions ask something else. It might ask fill in the blanks with 2 words, fill in the blanks with just 1 word, or fill in the blanks with 3 words. And the question or the statement was the Eiffel Tower, and you have to fill just 1 word. What would you write? Eiffel Tower? No, it will be a wrong answer. You just need to write tower, not Eiffel Tower, and then it would be considered as the correct answer. So keep in mind that you have to read the question carefully. You have to be very attentive while listening because the audio will be played just for once. Our second tip is to attempt all the questions. You do not have any negative marking, and you will lose marks if you do not attempt the questions. Even if you don't know the correct answer, it's better to have a guess and also attempt the question. Now third tip is very important, as it is please have a correct spelling. Write down the correct spelling. If your answer is correct but it has a spelling mistake, your answer will be considered as a wrong. I know it's so sad, but it is true. If your answer is correct but the spelling is wrong, your answer will be wrong because they are checking your spelling, your writing skills as well. So make sure that you have your spellings correctly done. Number 4th tip is again very important. It is related to do not make any grammatic mistake. If the question says in terms of if the answer is chairs, you have to write chairs. Even if you write chair, it would be a wrong answer. You know why? Because you have done a grammatic mistake. It was a plural word, not a singular word, and you used it and you mentioned the singular word. So it would be a wrong answer. So make sure that you have your spellings correct and you have your grammar correct. Number 5th tip is that the answers appear in sequence. As you're hearing the conversation and you're reading the fill in the blanks or whatever question it is always gonna be that the answers are in the sequence. So if you skip one thing, do not bother, go to the next one at very time. Do not waste your time because answers are in the sequence. Sometimes it happens that we miss the some clue or we miss the answer. It's okay, do not panic, go to the next one and you can guess later. And you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers into the answer sheet. So first you have to fill your question paper with the answer while you're listening to the recording, and then you have to transfer your answers to the answer sheet in 10 minutes time. So utilize that time. Now let's talk about the reading section. I can say that this section I found the most difficult and I scored the least in this section. So let's talk about this section. So I'm going to start with the tips directly. So number one tip that I have for you is do not read the passage completely. Just skim through the lines. Get the real idea what it is talking about. You do not have to waste your time in understanding each and every word. You do not have to waste time if you do not know the meaning of a word. You can just skip and skim read the passage. Okay, number second is manage your time. It is seen that first passage is the easiest one, so you need to devote your 15 minutes for it, as you're given 60 minutes with 3 passages, 20 minutes each. So you can divide your time in such a way that your first passage, which is the easiest one, should be completed in 15 minutes, the second passage should be in 20 minutes, and the third passage, which is the most difficult, should be done in 25 minutes. And this way you will be adjusting your time. You will be able to complete all 3 passages. So you have to be very fast and manage your time wisely. Number third tip is do not start reading the passage straight away. Right? We are starting to read the passage and we do not understand, then we panic, then we look at the question. The first and the most important advice to achieve higher band score in IELTS is to read the questions first. Read all the questions that are given in the back of the passage first and then start to skim read the passage. In this way you will come to know that okay, this is the answer. Then you can slow down a bit to get to know the answer and then you can mark the answer. So please make sure that you read your questions first so that while reading you get to know the answer. Number fourth tip is keep on transferring answer one by one. Do not wait to transfer the answers at the end of reading all 3 passages. Sometimes so many students do that mistake and the time is out and they have just written all the answers on their question paper and have forgotten to transfer the answers. You are not given any extra time in this section. So make sure whatever your answer is, write it down at that moment in your answer sheet. That is again very important advice. Number 5th advice is most of the questions in the passage will be in order. Sometimes they do not keep in order, like write down the heading of the paragraph or match the things. So in those cases the questions would not be in the order of the passage, but mostly they will be in the order. So make sure that you use that as a hint that if you have the answer of number 3rd and first, then second would be in between. Okay. Number 6th advice is do not waste your time. If you do not know the meaning of some word, if you do not understand the sentence correctly, then do not waste your time in analyzing what it is. So many times people waste their so much time in something which is not even relevant, and they actually IELTS put such words or difficult sentences in between so that they can make you waste your time intentionally. So be aware of that obstacle and skip it and continue reading. So do not waste your time when you do not know the answer, and come back later once you have time. Then you can spend your extra time in finding out the answer. But if you're stuck, please do not waste your time. Just go into the next question. Number 7th advice is highlighting. While you're reading, highlight some important dates, names, surnames, places that you will be coming across while reading. This way you will be finding your answer quicker and easily because you already have marked some of the important theories or whatever the name is, and there will be question based on that important highlighted information. Number 8th tip is to look for paraphrasing. Sometimes IELTS ask you questions and the answer is in the paraphrasing or using some synonym. In the true or false question, there could be a question asking you that Mr. John used to go to the meeting every fortnight. And what is the meaning of fortnight? And in the passage it is given that he used to go to the meeting every 15 days. So twice monthly, every 15 days. Now what is fortnight? Is it true or is it false? Yes, you should know that fortnight means every 15 days, in a 15 days or 2 weeks of time. So this is how you know the synonym, you know the words that are connected. You are not going to get the same question answer, similar words. Sometimes they keep it with a little bit of twist so that they can check your synonyms and they can check how much you know the different types of ways of writing, right? Number 8 is again similar to the listening skill. Do not forget to read your questions carefully. It might be said that mark all the options that are correct and you just mark one answer in the MCQ, and that would be wrong. So make sure that you read your question carefully. Okay, and number last is spellings. Again, make sure that you use right spelling, right and correct grammatic, so that you do not lose your marks in those cases, because your answer is right but because of grammatic error or because of the spelling mistake you're losing marks. So that is again something that you should be very careful about. So these were my top 5 tips for listening and top 10 tips for scoring better in reading, and I hope this video was helpful. If it was in any way, do not forget to leave a comment in the description and increase your chance to win this book. So I will be seeing your comments in both the videos that have been already uploaded, and next video will be next week. So do not forget to subscribe to my channel so that you get notified and you're the first one to watch whenever I upload a new video. And I will be coming up with the last video, which would be about the tips in writing as well as speaking, which are again so important to increase your band score. And I will see you in my next video with more useful information. Till then, bye.